Okay, so we will record this meeting for the sake of those who will come later, and also for those who have attended early. You can you can also use the recordings later. Okay, someone is saying something. Hey, Edward. Okay, you are trading crypto. Hope this course will help. Definitely. Okay, it will surely help. Uh, so the idea is we want to see if we can use computers to automate our trading strategies. Okay, so sure, I will show you how this is going to help to increase your win rate if you are using or if you are trading crypto. So, okay, we have another person also joining. Okay, welcome, Jane. All right, so I will start for the sake of time so that we can have enough time to also practice. Okay, all right, so as a disclaimer, okay, this is this workshop is basically for educational purposes, not a financial advice. So we all have our own situations. So we are our best judges. So what you're going to learn today is basically to equip you with some skill that you can use to enhance your trading strategies. Okay. So what are we going to learn today? First of all, I will start by doing an introduction. Then we will have our framework. Okay, the bot building framework. So if you're going to build any bot, you follow this framework and you can easily build your bot. Okay. After that, I will show you a live demo where we're going to build a bot. I will show you some example of how to build a bot, and then I will also open the session for more Q&A, as well as show you what are the next steps for you to take. Finally, I will open the floor for everyone to also try the steps or the framework to see if he can also build his own bot. Make sense? Are we together? Okay, I assume yes, since there is no question in the chat. Okay, so introduction. Well, I welcome you all to for attending this algorithmic trading or build your own bot workshop. My name is Abu Bakr Sana Ali. I have a PhD degree in electrical and computer engineering. I have been an enthusiast and I have worked with AI. So my specialization is AI applications to different sectors. I've used AI in communications, used AI in operations research, predictive maintenance. I've used AI also in the financial sector, which is something we're going to see today. And for the host institution, yeah, the company hosting this event is called Asatora Services, basically an acronym of my name. So this company is situated here in the UAE. I registered this company after I finished my PhD, so that I will be offering training services and, of course, consultancy. So that is a little bit about myself. All right. So if you have a question, yeah, about me or the institution, you can ask. Otherwise, maybe it will be nice if I get to know a little bit about each one of you. Good thing that we do not have many people joining yet. So yeah, I think we can just have one few seconds, if we can introduce one another, it will be nice. Okay, who will go first? Edward or Jane? Okay, yeah, nice. Good that you love AI. AI is awesome. It's awesome. It's amazing. The thing it does is something else. So yeah, it's a nice time to be alive actually. Okay, yeah, even in the chat, you can just write your name and maybe where you are joining the workshop from in the chat. You don't have to open your speaker if you are not comfortable.
I'll just introduce myself. My name is Jane, and I'm new to this actually. So yeah, I'm willing to learn. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, So I hope I will be able to teach you something today with your time. Hi, Edward. Okay. All right. So that's good. Let's start. Okay. So trading. Okay. Basically, we all know what trading is all about. Means buying and selling. We have been trading all our lives. So what makes this one different from what we are used to is that here we're going to the financial market, which is always what, or I will say is currently digital. So everything is online. You go online, you buy assets, you sell assets, and it's instantaneous. You know, the time it takes to buy and sell can go as low as nanoseconds. If you have a powerful computer or a powerful bot, it can be able to execute trades in milliseconds, some even in nanoseconds. So yeah, and if you are trading, normally you will have a strategy, okay? And this happens also if you are going to buy something, for example, you want to go and shop, you will have your strategy. Maybe your strategy is simple. You check your fridge. If you're out of stock, you write a shopping list and you go to the supermarket to restock your fridge. This is your strategy and this is what you always follow. So also in the case of financial market, you should come up with a strategy, which is just a set of rules. Okay, these are the steps I'm going to take so that if I follow these steps, I will always be consistent in terms of making purchases of assets in the financial market. And another thing is the psychology. This also applies to our own day-to-day trading activities. Okay, for example, you are here sitting, then you receive an email maybe from Walmart. I don't know if you're coming from the US. Of course, they will give you different offers. Okay, we have a sale, New Year sale, end of year sale, all this. So sometimes it might make you go and shop when you do not have the intention, you know, you can overshop and all these things. So things come. And this psychology apparently, based on scientific data, was shown to be the most important factor in trading. Okay, I don't know if you are aware of the percentage impact it provides or it brings to the table in terms of success or failure. Some studies are showing that about 90% of your success or failure is as a result of your psychology. Meaning you could have an awesome strategy of buying and selling assets, but if your psychology, if you have not mastered your psychology, then you are bound to fail. And you can have a very simple strategy, but because you've mastered your psychology, you are bound to succeed or profit from the market. Some of the components of the psychology include like fear. You are afraid of taking chances, or you are afraid of losing your money, or greed, in the sense that maybe you got your profit, you set your target, you got your target, but you are greedy, you want to stay and take more. While you are waiting to take more, you lose everything. Hope is maybe in the case where you've lost the money, but you stay in the trade hoping that things are going to get better. So this happened also. So this is psychology, you know. Sometimes even overconfidence. You feel so confident in your own ability. Maybe you got lucky, you got 5, 10 wins in a row, and you feel so confident that I know I'm going to also win the next one, therefore I'm going to trade when you're supposed to follow a trading plan. Okay? So that's the psychology. The next is the management. So you want to manage your trade. Okay, you just don't want to go and be trading anyhow. There have to be a management. Okay, if you have your money, let's say you have $1,000 and you want to go into the market to make some purchases, you see a nice asset, tells you, okay, this is a nice opportunity, let me buy. Then should you use all of your money to buy that asset? Oh no, maybe you should have a certain percentage. So also, this is a best practice that we do not want to trade a we do not want to enter a single trade and put more than 5%. That is like the worst case scenario. People normally recommend as a best practice, do not go above 2% of your capital. So if you have $1,000, do not, you know, take a single trade that is above $20, that you are going to lose more than $20. Why? Because the idea is not actually to be profitable, especially if you are just beginning. The main idea is to stay in the game long enough to develop a good psychology. Once you build your psychology, then you will surely be more like your tendency of winning is always going to increase the more you improve your psychology. Okay, you are not fearful. So the idea is saying that as simple as it is we want to become emotionless as possible. We want to take away all emotions if possible. We are not afraid, we are not hopeful, we are not greedy. So that is the main idea. And that is where algorithmic trading comes into play. You know, you have robots. Robots are not afraid. They don't have sense of fear. They are not what greedy. They don't even know what is greed. You know, not hopeful. So the idea is if I have a very beautiful strategy, I automate this strategy so that the robot can take over and I will be able to relieve myself because I know maybe my psychology is a little bit worrisome to some extent. I might be making some mistakes or making, you know. So this is what the algorithmic trading is all about. You use your computer algorithm to execute the trades, and it is done based on what some predefined criteria which we're going to set. It aims to execute orders at the best possible rates. Okay, because sometimes if you are the one executing the trade, there could be an opportunity, but you are sleeping, or you are busy trying to pick a call, or you are at work. You will miss that opportunity. But this is going to be there, watching out for everything. So these are the benefits: efficiency and speed, fast, it's consistent, and it's a disciplined trader. Not only that, it helps you to improve your risk management so that if you said, okay, if I make $10, I'm happy. If I lose $5, I will exit the trade. I'm not going to stay in this trade longer because that is the most I'm willing to lose. Not going to lose more than $5. So I make a loss of $5, I will just go. I make a win of $10, I will take my win and I will go. I will not stay hoping to make 20. All right. So this is why it is helping us in that way. Another thing is that it also provides backtesting capabilities. Okay, backtesting means I come up with a strategy, then I use historical data, use this, implement and deploy my robot or my bot on this historical data, and it tries to see, okay, over the history in the previous 1 year, if I have been using this robot or this strategy on this particular asset, will I be profitable or not? With this, I will be able to tell, okay, my strategy is good because it is shown here that over the past 1 month or over the past 2 months, if this robot is there working, it should have been made me a certain amount of money. Okay, so this is back testing. Of course, if you are a human being, we cannot go back in time. All right, so that's one benefit of this. And lastly, you have the scalability. Okay, as a human being, maybe you can monitor five, six, seven, maybe eight at most assets. You are monitoring these eight products, trying to see when the uh, ability or when the opportunity is going to show itself. But if you have a robot, you can have them monitoring 100, 1,000, that increases your chances of getting opportunities because you are monitoring a huge stack of assets. So this is the scalability aspect that it brings to the table. All right. So before I move on, I hope it's a little bit clear about the benefits of algorithmic trading and why we want to do what we are doing today. Am I moving too fast or am I too slow? Are we clicking? Okay, it's clear. Said yeah. Said Edward. Okay, awesome. So happy that I'm not too fast. Okay, so now we would like to see how we can build a bot. Okay, so there are going to be tools. When you are building anything, you need some tools to do that. And the tools we're going to use are all free. I try to make sure that the tools we're going to use are free so that you can also use them without having to pay a single dollar, a single penny. Okay, so the first tool is Google Bard. If you know ChatGPT, well, Google Bard is like the same, the same thing actually, but from Google, not from OpenAI. You have Google Colab. Okay, this is going to be our environment. Then we have Python libraries. Okay, These are going to be used by our AI to write our algorithm for us. And then you have Alpaca API. So these are the four which we're going to use. And I will go a little bit deep into each one of this. Okay. Starting with the Google Bard. So this Google Bard is going to help us build costume strategies. So we will tell it in plain language, plain English. This is my strategy. This is what I want to do. This is my risk management. This is what I want to do. And it will give you the code. Okay. You don't have to know how to code. That's a good thing with these new tools that have become mainstream since last year. It will generate the code for you. All you have to do is just to copy and paste the codes and you will get your bot. The next is the creation. It will help us create these bots. Okay. Then what is Google Colab? All right. So of course, if you have a code, you have to have an environment where you can run this code. So that is where Google Colab comes into play. It is a cloud-based Python programming environment. You go there, it's also free, also by Google. You go there, write your Python code, and you run it. Okay, it allows you to simulate different types of codes that are Python, and it is very nice for backtesting trading strategies. Okay, so if you come up with your strategy from Google Bard, you take it to the Google Colab, test all the codes, backtest, to make sure the strategy is good over the history. So all this is made possible. You can run different simulations, different models, all of them. Not only that, it helps you to provide analysis, visualizations, and what have you. Okay, so the Python libraries, these are some of the libraries you will see us using in the lab, of course, in the code. But of course, as I said, you do not have to know how to code, okay? All you have to know is how to write your strategy in plain and clear terms. The Google Bard will be able to use these libraries, but the idea is for you to know that the for you to implement the bot, you need some specific libraries. These are some additional features that are added to your code. Okay. Of course, it doesn't come with it, but if you come up with this, it will help. This include pandas, NumPy, matplotlib library. Yeah, so we use matplotlib library, for example, when we want to visualize to see things. Y Finance, this is for us to get data. Yahoo Finance, this is the library for Yahoo Finance. If you are a trader, you can use Yahoo Finance online and you'll be seeing so many information, news, and what have you. So it's also a library here. The TA library, so there is technical indicators. These are technical indicators that we use during technical analysis. For example, you have the moving averages, RSI, MACD, all these technical indicators are also found in the TA library. Scikit-learn, this is when you want to use machine learning, okay? You want to use machine learning, Scikit-learn is your go-to library. TensorFlow by Google, this one is if you want to use deep learning. Deep learning is a specialization under machine learning. So it's like going deeper into machine learning, and this is where the neural networks come into play. What we are going to do now is going to be powered by neural networks, and that is TensorFlow. PyTorch also the same thing, but this is from Facebook. So this is Google, this is Facebook, but they are all doing the same thing, machine learning or deep learning. OpenAI, this is the company that you are familiar with that did ChatGPT. So if you're going to do things that have to do with, for example, reinforcement learning, so there is a very nice packages that are provided by this OpenAI Gym library. So as I said, these are libraries. You don't have to know them now. Just know that these are the tools also that the Python uses. Alpaca API. Okay, so of course, we just don't want to develop our strategy and test it, We would like to have this working in real life market, right? So that it can be buying things for us, selling things for us. And in order to do that, we need to connect, okay? We need what we call a bridge, okay? You will have your code and then you will have the market, okay? You have these two. So you will need to have a bridge that will connect this your code with the market. And that is what the Alpaca API does. It connects your code to the market. Okay. so that you can be able to make threads directly from your code, and these threads will be executed in the environment. Okay, you can have your broker, interactive broker, for example. So you have Robinhood, Ameritrade, uh, Avatrade, eToro, all these brokers. Okay, so you would like to see if there is a way to connect them. Alpaca is also a broker. Okay, it's just like eToro, it's a broker. Some of those brokers I've mentioned, they also have their API, like a pathway or an access or a bridge that allows developers and traders to communicate with their own platforms. But most of them you have to pay. I have to say it. Like for example, the interactive broker, you need like $10,000, I think, no, $25,000 to be able to have access to the API. There is Owanda also. I think their API is like $400 monthly. So all of these are expensive. Some of them require huge amounts of investments before they allow you to have this access, because you know you are able to develop your own bot, your likelihood of winning or being profitable is increased. Therefore, they want to put as many hurdles and obstructions in your way of profitability as much as possible. So Alpaca is free. Okay, I also like, as I said, I like free tools if possible, if they will do the job. So this is what we're going to use. So as I said, these are the main tools. Googlebot will write things in plain English. It will give us code in Python. We will copy and paste it in Google Colab. And Google Colab, the codes are going to be using these libraries to do our bot for us. After we have finished testing, then we will use Alpaca API to deploy and be making sales. All right. Okay, so now moving to the next part, which is the components of algorithmic trading bot. So far, so good? Yeah, awesome. So the components of algorithmic trading bots, we have three components mostly. If you're going to have any strategy, you should have these three things, okay? There are many people who are selling bots online. You can go there and you can find them. Just put crypto trading bots. You will see lists, hundreds of them. You can't be sure whether they are working or not. But one way I will say is make sure that each of the bots you will come across is able to implement these three things. First of all, it should be clear to you what is the signal. The signal means, how do we know that this is a good trading opportunity for us to buy into? Okay, that is the signal. It's like the signal, on traffic lights, you will see red, green, orange, right? So you can assume it like this. So what is the strategy for us to know we should buy Tesla, for example? There is a good opportunity in Tesla. Let's buy Tesla. Or Tesla is not going to do well, maybe from so many things that are happening recently in the company. Most likely, Tesla is not going to do well. Or I've seen some technical tools to tell me Tesla is not going to do well. Then I would like to sell. And when I'm selling, I'm just basically going to the broker telling him, okay, you know what? Borrow me 10 shares of Tesla. I will borrow that 10 shares of Tesla. Maybe I borrow it at $200. So 10 shares, that is $2,000. I will come and sell it right away in the market for $2,000, get my 2,000, put it in my pocket, then wait because I have predicted Tesla is going to fall. After, let's say, 1 week or 2 weeks, my prediction comes through. Tesla now is $150, not 200. I will go and buy 10 shares of Tesla for 150 each. That is 1,500. I will take these 10 shares, give it back to the broker. Okay, take back your 10 shares. That means I have made $500 in this transaction. So that is a selling opportunity. Okay. So these are like the opportunities we can come across. We can buy when we know things are going well for the company or for the stock or for the crypto, or we can sell if we know that things are going to go bad, then we can sell. Or we can do nothing if there is no opportunity. So these are the three situations. So you can assume the green to buy, red to sell, orange to do nothing. Okay. So we want to implement this signal. Whatever strategy you come up with, it has to have this signal component, how it identifies trading opportunities. Okay. The next is the order types. Order types, these are the types of orders. Like now that I have identified trading opportunity, I've seen Tesla is good, I need to buy Tesla. Then when should I buy Tesla? Should I buy it right away now that I have spotted the opportunity? No. Let me wait till when it starts to increase because I'm hoping it is going to go to 250. It is 200 now. I'm hoping it is going to go to 250. Then maybe let me wait till it is, let's say, 210 to confirm my predictions. And that is what we call stop order because I'm waiting for the price to reach a certain level in the same direction. Okay. Or maybe it is 200 now and I'm predicting it is going to go to 250, but I don't want to buy. I want to increase and maximize my margin. So I will say, why don't I wait till it drops to 180? I know it is going to bounce back so that when it drops to 180 and it starts to go back to 250, I can now make $70 by buying a single share of Tesla. So this is called limit order. So you can see limit and stop, we are waiting to either verify or to increase our margin, whereas the market order means we execute our trade the moment we spot a trading opportunity. So this one also has to be established. Okay. Lastly is the risk management. Okay, so we got the signal to buy or sell. We have executed. Now we are in the trade. We've purchased the asset. But then we have to figure out when are we going to go out, right? We have to figure out when are we selling. It has to be there. Like, are we gonna stay in the trade forever? Of course not. So that is the risk management. When are we going to go out? So the stop loss is saying that if I am wrong, that I'm expecting Tesla to rise, but then it falls. If it falls, then I buy it at 200. If it goes down to 180, that means my prediction was wrong. I will take my $20 loss and I will call it a day. That is my stop loss. Stop loss is 180. Okay? Meaning I'm willing to lose $20. My take profit is okay. I'm expecting it to reach 250. It is now 200. If it reaches 250, I'm going to sell. Even if it keeps on going up, for me, 250 is my set take profit. It reaches there, take my profit, I go home. I'm happy with my profit. That is take profit. Okay. So these are the things we need to set. That is how we get out of the trade. Either by being wrong, stop loss takes us out, or we are right, take profit, you know, allows us to go home with our winning. Position sizing, this is the amount of money that I'm willing to put into buying the asset. Okay. Depending on the percentage of my initial or of my current capital. Let's say I have $10,000. Okay. Do I want to put the whole $10,000 into buying that Tesla? That means if I'm wrong, I'm going to lose a huge amount of money. Or do I want to put a small percentage, maybe 10%, 20%, 50%? Okay. By the way, anybody has an idea what the best practice here that is kind of, suggested by different studies that if you want to stay in this game for as long as possible, this is the recommended position sizing that you are advised to always use or not to exceed. Any ideas? Should I put all of my money if I spot a trading opportunity? Like, okay. So yeah, we would like to see if possible. Uh, it is advised, don't go beyond. Some will say 3%, some will say 2%. So if you have $100 and you support a good trading opportunity, don't go in with your all $100. Maybe just put in $2, $5, so that if you are wrong, you will still have enough to try again. And as I said, the main idea is to stay in the game for as long as possible to build your own strategy, your own winning strategy. Okay. So now we have seen this. These are the components. So what are you going to do today? Okay, based on this, how do we identify a trading opportunity? There is one strategy, a simple one, okay, based on an indicator. This is a statistical indicator. It's also a momentum indicator. It's called the RSI, okay, relative strength index, relative strength index. So we want to see how the price changes are happening over a certain period, okay? And this RSI, you will see it very soon. It has a range between 0 to 100, okay? Between 0 to 100. And we will set thresholds. If this RSI is above 70%, we say, okay, this asset is currently overbought. That is, so many people are buying this, it's going to drop in price, okay? Therefore, I will just short sell it because it is going to drop. So let me just go and borrow crypto from a friend, maybe 10 Bitcoins. And then if it falls down to 40, I will just give him back his crypto. 10 of them, I will buy and give it back to him. So that is if it reaches, let's say, 70%. And then we have the bottom RSI, less than 30%. So at this, we are saying it's oversold. Like this will tell you most likely people are selling. There is so much, so it's going to soon start to increase. So it's going to be a reversal. Hopefully, if I buy it now, if I buy crypto now at 30,000, I know it is going to rise to 40,000 because people are selling. It is overdue. It is oversold. So for that, I will go and buy crypto, Bitcoin, for example, at 30,000. So this is our signal. This is how we know how we spot a trading opportunity. And we will explain this to the Google Bard, and it will generate the code for us. Okay. So this is going to be the logic which we will tell the robot. We will tell it, okay, in our scheme, if the RSI falls below the oversold threshold, that is 30%, this is suggesting a potential reversal to the upside. Therefore, buy. Okay, that's why we call it buy signal. Okay, that's why we call it buy signal. So if we see the RSI below 30%, buy. If you see the RSI above 70%, sell, because this asset is currently oversold. Okay, and this is how you will see the chart. For example, this is our real market chart. Okay, and we normally will put this indicator, and this is the RSI indicator, this level here. Okay, here are the thresholds. This is the 70% threshold. This is the 30% threshold. Okay. So we said if we see that this is going to exceed 70, for example, at this moment here, at this point, okay, we can see, we can trace it up. If you look at it here, okay, let's trace it up like this. Okay. So here you can see people are still are buying. So we believe it is overbought. So that means it's a good time to sell. That means if I borrow this at 130, yeah, let's say at 137, I can sell it. Okay, I can go and borrow 10 of this. How this is the zoom it in. Okay. Okay, so I was talking about this point here. Okay. So if this is, let's say, 138, for example, and I go, I buy, okay, 10 of them. That is for, I borrow it for 1380. Okay. Then I sell. I go, I buy, I sell. I got my 1380, put it in my pocket. Then I wait because I know this is going to go down. It has been overbought. And as you can see, it is going down. Start to go down. Okay, the general trend is going down. Maybe I put my own stop loss here. My stop loss is here at 130. That if this thing drops to 130, take my profit and go. Because so once it reaches 130, I will say, all right. So 130, I will go and will buy 10 of those from the market. So 130 times 2, that is 1,300. I will get these 10 stocks, 10 shares, and then I will give it back to the broker. I will go home with an $80 profit. Okay? So I got my idea of entering the trade just by looking at this. Okay, just by looking at this. Okay, the moment it reaches this overbought, I was like, aha, this is a signal. It is going to soon start to fall. And as you can see from the trend, it really fall. And you can look at it also here. You can see here. I can draw here also. You see? And you can see it did fall, even though it's for some just short amount of time, but it did. Okay. So this is how the RSI works. Let's look at this part here where it is falling. Okay. So here we are saying it's oversold. You trace it up, as you can see here. This is the point. Maybe if I enter from here and I sell at here, you can see I make a profit. Maybe I'm buying at 133 and I'm selling at 143. That is around what? $10 difference, you know. So if I buy 10 shares, that will be 10 times 10, which is $100 profit. Okay. Makes sense how this our strategy works. Should I move on? If this is clear, because we want this to be clear. Yeah. Can I move on? Give me a thumbs up if this is clear. Okay. All right. So how do we, assuming this is clear, how do we now enter the trade? Okay. We will use market order. We know we have spotted a trading opportunity. Should we buy immediately or should we wait? So we are just going to buy immediately. We are not going to wait. So it's going to be a market order. Okay. Okay. Edward is asking which time frame should we use? Yeah, it depends. Here I did not talk about the time frame. Okay, it's up to you to decide. As you can see from this plot here, I think it is this one is, yeah, it's daily time frame. Okay, it's daily, because from June here to here you can count 30 candlesticks. So it's daily time frame here. So it's up to you. You can use 14 minutes, 4 hour, it doesn't matter. The idea is whichever time frame you use, try to see if this strategy works for that time frame. And this is one good thing about algorithmic trading. Okay, you can do this back testing. Maybe the strategy is good, but it only works well if your time frame is 15 minutes, or it works well if your time frame is 4 hours, or if it works best if the time frame is daily time frame. How will you know this? Just try different time frames in the back, using historical data. See the performance of the robot. Okay, see the performance of the bot. And if the bot is doing well on all time frames, then you can conclude that it can do well for all time frames. Your strategy works for all time frames. So it doesn't matter, okay? The time frame here, you can use any 15 minutes, 4 hours daily. It really doesn't matter. But the point is, don't use it without optimizing it. Make sure you figure out which of the time frames it works best with. If it works with all, good. Okay, so risk management. Okay, how do we intend to manage our risk? Okay, so since this is going to be easy, I don't want to also complicate this, but of course, if you go to look at other complicated strategies, you will have different indicators to tell you where to put your stop loss, where to put your take profit. But what I will do here, I will just use my simple RR, okay, RRR. I will say, okay, I want to make, let's say, yeah, 2 to 1. This is my RR, meaning that if I'm willing to lose $10, I'm expecting to get $20 back. Okay, this is my RRR. So if I buy, let's say, Tesla at 200, okay, if for example, my account balance is $10,000, I have $10,000 in my account. And as I said, using best practice, we don't want to go above 3%. So let's say I spot a good trading opportunity. So I'm willing to put in, let's say, yeah, 2%, that is $200. Okay. So I know if I lose $200, that is my loss. But what I want to get is 400. If I am right, my prediction is right, I want to make $400. Okay. So that's what we are trying to do, 2 to 1. So therefore, whatever the price is, I will say, okay, the order price, okay, my take profit if I am buying is going to be the order price plus 2 times amount I am willing to lose, right? I am willing to lose. So in this case, let's say the order price is 200, okay, and I'm willing to lose, let's say, for example, 200. So 2 times 200, that is 400. So meaning that if I have this, so I will not sell Tesla until when the price reaches 600. Once Tesla price reaches 600, I will take my profit of 400 and I will go home. Okay. My stop loss though is now going to be at a point where I have my order price now 200 and Tesla crashes to 200, for example, and I come back with zero because I was willing to lose 200. Okay. But because we are using margin, things here will change. Here, I'm not going to use any leverage. I assume 1:1. That is the only way I'm going to lose my money is if Tesla goes bankrupt and the stock falls to zero. Okay. That is to say, whatever happens, I'm going to lose. So this is my point here. Okay. So this is what I want to make. This is what I'm willing to lose, for example. Okay. I hope this is clear. So this is my simple risk management. And as I said, I'm going to just put 2% as my position size, 2%. I'm not going to put more than 2% of my initial capital. And the case applies, the reverse case applies for the selling. If we spot a selling opportunity, I will use the same take profit and stop loss logic to get out of the trade so that I do not lose my money. Okay, I believe this is clear. Okay, so now that I have all this in place, I would like to make this automatic. Okay, it has to become automatic. Okay, so that it will keep on happening. That's the automation part. So you put it, let it happen on schedule. Maybe let's say I'm using the 15 minutes chart. So every 15 minutes, the robot will check for an opportunity to buy or to sell. If it spots one, it takes the trade. If it doesn't support any, it skips it and let it leave. Okay, and let it go and wait for the next 15 minutes. Okay, so this is my framework that I use to build trading bots. This is the steps I follow. So I will start, and all these steps you will see here, I'm going to write them in simple English. I will give it to the uh, Google Bard and to give me the code that I need to have my code, my bot working. Okay, so let's go into that. Let's build this. Okay, all right. Okay, question? No question. Yeah. Okay, so Google Bard, you can just type bard.google.com and it will bring you to Google Bard. If you have Google account, you can easily register on Google Bard. It's free. Okay. So what I will do, I already have my prompts ready. So as I said, the first step, which is this step here. So the first step is we want to build a strategy. Okay, so let me give it the strategy so that it gives me the code. So for the sake of time, I will just paste it. And I will read it out. Okay, as I said, English. Okay, so I pasted it. So I told it starting here, I want to use the RSI scheme to build a trading bot strategy to trade Tesla stock in Google Colab. The details of the strategy are described as follows. The trading bot logic, buy signal, okay? So I tell it the buy signal, for example, okay, here I will, let's say, I tell it, okay, if the RSI falls below the oversold threshold 30%, this is the buy signal. And the signal, sell signal is if RSI rises above the overbought, which is what? The 70%, for example. So I tell it this, and I tell it the order type is market order, meaning buy once you spot the opportunity. The risk management, my position sizing should just be 2% of my account, and my risk to reward ratio is just 2. Okay, so meaning that my stop loss is for buying, if I'm buying, is going to be at my order price minus the amount I am willing to lose, where the amount I am willing to lose is equal to my account balance times the position sizing. Okay, so 2% of my $10,000 is just 200. That's what I'm saying. And the selling is going to be the order price plus the amount I'm willing to lose. So this is if I'm what the stop loss. Take profit if I'm buying the stock is going to be the order plus the amount I want to make. Okay, plus the amount I want to make. Where the amount I want to make is equal to the amount I'm willing to lose times the RRR. So if I'm willing to lose, let's say $200, the amount I want to make is 200 times the RRR, which is 2. So that is $400. Okay, and the selling is going to be the opposite of that. Okay, makes sense? Okay, so plain English, and as you can see, it gave me the code. Okay, start telling me the step one is to set up Google Colab by what? Installing new libraries, importing those libraries, which I talked to you about, and then it will fetch the Tesla stock, okay, from Yahoo Finance. Then it will calculate the RSI, okay, all right. It is going to use TA, which is fine. It will implement the logic, which is going to be like this. And then it will also integrate the risk management. You see the things I told it, calculate stop loss, calculate take profit. Okay, so we have the code, and of course it will simulate and place orders. Awesome. So what we want to do is we'll just be copying and pasting. You don't need to understand the code, just copy and paste. Let's come here. Let's go to Colab. Okay, so this is Colab. You come to Colab. Sorry. And also Colab, as I said, is also free. You can easily just also start one. I will start a new notebook. You don't have to pay for it. Also, it's free. Okay, so let me call it RSI trading bot. Okay, so the line I copied, I come here, I paste, I click display, we run this. So this will install those libraries as it told me there. Okay, as you can see, it is installing. So this is this one. So the next one is this one. I will copy code. Come here. I will add click this, I will insert a cell, I will paste, I will run this. Okay, this is done. Next one, set fetch the step 3, fetch Tesla stock. Come here, add the code, paste, and run. Okay, so it is fetching. Okay, after let me allow it, I will maybe copy the next one, which is the RSAI, this one. Okay, and the code. Okay, so here we can tell it, okay. So normally, if you see something like this, it's not returning anything, you can tell it, okay. Anyways, this is fine. We can just leave this one for now. Let's not do anything. Let me just copy everything, add it, and this one also. Come back. The next one is this, integrate this. Come here, paste this cell, and lastly, this is the 7. So this is what we are saying. This is the simulated, and finally, okay. So this is the first thing. Okay, you don't have to run it. We have just implemented everything. So the next step is to test the strategy. We need to test this strategy. Okay, so here I will write another prompt. Okay, okay, I tell it, okay, thanks. Building on that, I want to test the strategy using Y Finance data, Yahoo Finance data. Assuming my current account balance is what, $10,000, I want to know the total return after 2 months. Okay, so I'm trying to see in 2 months' time, do I make money or do I lose? I want to print the number of times I buy. So if there are some trading opportunities, how many of those times am I buying Tesla? And how many of those times am I selling Tesla because it is not doing well? And how many of those total amount of time or yeah, do I do nothing? Because there could be maybe if I'm doing it hourly, then after 1 hour, there is no opportunity to buy or sell because nothing is happening. So I want to print all those things. So I will give it this code, sorry, this prompt. I will just send it and I will wait. Okay. So it is telling me here is how you can modify this data. Okay. Download historical data, initialize variables, implement risk management and everything, and then you print the results. Okay. All right. So this is the code. We do not have to know much about it. Okay, we can just copy and paste it as it is. So we copy this one. We come back to our code. Uh, so where we are downloading the data normally is here. So this is where we are downloading the data. We set our ticker. Okay. Sorry, we can just add another line, code it down. Okay, so that we know it is Tesla. So here we will download the data. Okay, so it is going to download data, download 2 months of Tesla data, adjusted this one. This one is just an example. Next is to initialize these variables, which will be number of times I buy and what have you, my account balance and everything. It will do that for me. I will come here. I will just click to add another code. Maybe I will just do it down here. I'll add another code because now I'm testing. I will run this. Okay, so this one is working. Then I will implement the logic with everything is going to be implemented. Okay, I will copy this one, come here, create another code, paste it down, and then I will run this. Okay. And if we have if we have error, I'm leaving this intentionally because in case if you are making your own, if you have errors, you will see it will give you a report. Go and copy this, copy, go back to band, tell it, okay, I don't know Python, for example. So I am writing the code you gave me. Okay. When I run the previous codes, okay, which is step 3, implement trading logic and risk management. I got the following error. So you paste that error. Okay, just paste it down and submit. So it will look at it and it will solve that error for you. It will give you an updated code and it tells you, okay, here is how to fix it. Okay, ensure RSI, this, ensure this, inspect that. Okay, let's regenerate. So I can copy here. It's telling me this, it's expecting me to write this code. That's why you see this. If you see any 3 dots in the code, it's telling you that, okay, I am expecting you to know how to do this. I can tell it, I don't know how to do this. Okay, so it's telling me now, okay. So I will start by doing this, pip install this. So I copy, these are the steps, tells me to do this, I will do that. Okay, so going back here, because the issue was from this here. So I follow the steps, pip install, and then it tells me to do this, import this, which I will do. Come here. Okay, I will add this code also for import. I will do that. Awesome. Then it tells me to run this code here, which I will copy and replace this one here. Okay, so I will run this code. Awesome. So I got another error. Can just copy this. So I'm showing you this because it's important to know that things like this happen. Okay, because like you will have issues if you don't know how to code. So if you have the issues, this is a very good opportunity for you to see how we resolve issues like this. For me, I can code, so I can easily see if things are not going well. Sometimes I even code my things from scratch. But to be honest, now with these things, it makes my work a lot easier. I just write it, but if I spot an error, I can immediately just correct the error. I don't have to go through this process of uh, telling it how to work and how to change, you know? Yeah. So I could have easily got the codes that are working and everything and show it to you, but I feel that it is not good for the workshop. So that if we finish the workshop and you go home, you had this issue, then you start wondering why are things not going on. Okay. So it is telling me, okay, this is outdated version. Okay, missing installation. So install it using this, which I will do. So whatever happens, Then here, install this one. Okay, then I will replace that code with this one, and I will run it again. TALib also not found. Okay, yeah. So I added this one. If you look at my presentation, it was part of the libraries I said we need. I got this, and I told you that if you want to implement this, you want TA library. But anyways, I want to see it working without me having to code anything myself. Okay, so we need to install TA library as it's saying here. Okay, so it's pip install TA library which we will use. Okay, so come back here, add this code also. Then I will install it. Okay, it is downloading. Okay, so you can see we are also having another issue. So the good thing is sometimes we have to restart the session. Okay, so I will start from the top. On this one, on this one, on this one. PA library is not installing. Copy. Okay, so this time around I'm getting too many errors. Normally it's just one, two, and then it is working, but it's fine actually. I think this is a good practice. You can see it as, yeah. Okay. Yes, so this one now is becoming a little bit funny. So dependencies on this. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we start with this. Then we ensure everything is installed. Install from source. Okay. So wow, really it's not going smoothly, but yeah. Okay, sorry guys. It takes time to install these libraries, um, but it should finish around this time. Okay, let's just wait for a few seconds. Once it finishes, I will be able to run everything, and should be able to work. Okay, I hope you are able to follow along. I know it's quite unfortunate we couldn't get the code to work at the first instance, but yeah, sometimes this is part of our life. Debugging a code is part of our life. That is something we do on daily basis. Yeah, only rare occasions you are able to get it to work at the first instance. Okay, yeah, you need to watch the recording. Yes, so for the recording, okay, I'm going to upload the recording either maybe by the end of the day. No, sorry. Yeah, normally we have our platform, our app, which you can go and you can easily get the recording within 24 hours. We normally upload the recordings. However, we also have our YouTube channel, Asat Academy, which we just started recently. You can also go there to see the recording, but this normally takes like a week because we have to do editing and all that. So like a week after the workshop, you can go there and you can watch the recording from YouTube. Okay. So yeah, and yeah, we had actually a workshop yesterday with a different strategy, not this one. So it also worked. That one was engulfing bar. It worked actually, just two errors. Yesterday was smoother than today, but today we are having more errors, but it's fine. As I said, it's part of the process. At least if you see me doing this, you should also expect to see things like this, and it should also help you in knowing how to handle it if it happens. Okay, so this is what happens with the code. So just give it a few seconds. It is still installing dependencies, getting all this. Yeah. Okay, Jen is asking me if I have a WhatsApp platform. Okay, I can give you my phone number. Okay, and yeah, you can talk to me there on WhatsApp. Actually, we can even have a 30 minutes one-on-one after the class. Okay, uh, I can discuss with you to understand what are your own specific requirements. Okay, if I know those, so that I can be able to help you address it. This is my phone number. 3212963. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp directly. Okay. Uh, and of course, if you want to book the meeting, you can also book our meeting. Okay, let me just go there. As I said, we have free workshops. While that one, let's just finish with this. So these are our workshops. Throughout January, we're going to have workshops as follows. We had this first station. This is the first station. Here we are building simple bots without writing code. We're not going to use any complex strategy for now. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you got my number to Edward or to all everyone in the meeting. Okay. This is my WhatsApp number. Okay. I think it is now visible to everyone. Okay. So as I was saying, throughout this week, 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we want to build simple trading bots. And then next week, we're going to have machine learning. Okay, we will have machine learning now added into the mix to further enhance our strategies. Because machine learning comes in different shapes. So we will start with the basic, which we call them the conventional machine learning algorithms, like the support vector machines, decision trees, as well as logistic regression, linear regression, ridge regression. We have lots of them. Okay, and we also will see a little bit of deep learning approaches as well, where you have neural networks. Okay, in the week number 3, this is where we will work on a specific type of machine learning. This one is more complex, okay? This is called reinforcement learning. So this is where the AI learns by trial and error. You know, it gets on like this is how kids learn how to ride a bicycle. You know, they are on the bicycle, they try to paddle, and then they fall. They try to avoid falling next time because they were penalized when they fall. So this is kind of a penalty. So they try to avoid getting punished, and they try to get rewarded. So the reward could be maybe in terms of the number of amount of time they were able to maintain their balance on the bike, you know, so they are happy. So this is how we train the bot. So we can show him, okay, this is your account balance. If you increase our account balance, that is, if you are profitable, we will reward you. If you are not profitable, if you are losing money, we will punish you. Okay, so this is the reinforcement learning. This is one of the most powerful strategies that is used in trading. Okay, and this is actually reinforcement learning. This is where I have made lots of works during my PhD. I have like 3 or 4 papers actually, journals, where I use reinforcement learning. Actually, in my case, is communication systems, where we try to punish and reward the agent to make sure it is taking the right decision. So we will work on that. And then lastly, in the last week, which is the last week, what we want to do is to see if we can now integrate similar technology with this Google Bard and integrate it with a news platform. Okay, so you have a news, it goes there, listen to the news, or it reads a social media platform, let's say tweets from Twitter. If things are going well with Tesla, if it looks at the sentiment, we call this sentiment analysis. It sees the sentiment of people, see how it works. Are people happy with Tesla? Yes. Then maybe I should buy Tesla. It buys Tesla because people are happy. It reads the sentiment if people are negative, you know, people are not happy. Then it will go and maybe borrow Tesla shares, then try to wait for it to drop. Once it drops, it sells and use back the shares it borrowed. So this is what we're going to do in the last week. Of course, as I said, the resources, you can get them from our YouTube channel. We normally upload 1 week after the workshop. And the resources, for example, the code if you need it, as well as the prompts, which I'm using, the prompts I'm using for, as well as this PPT, okay? We will provide this all in the description of the video after we upload it. Our application, Asat Academy, okay? Also, our YouTube channel is Asat Academy, so you can check YouTube. Currently, we do not have contents yet because we, as I said, we registered this company recently and we are currently rebranding everything. So everything is brand new. The application too will allow you to have access to all these sessions. And as I said, this is like within 24 hours, you will get the workshop videos, the recordings, everything will be uploaded and you can access them for free. We do not charge for this. The resources as well, you will access them for free. No charges. It's only the some of the premium features. For example, we have an AI, which is a teaching assistant. So if you have any concerns or any difficulty or challenges while you are learning, you can easily use our teaching assistant and it will help you resolve those concerns. We have also real-time feedback. So if there are assignments for our students, this is for our students. So if we give them assignments and they were able to solve, maybe it is a code they write or something, they can just upload their code and they will get a real-time feedback on their assignment. You do not have to send it and wait for a feedback from us. The AI will be able to access the assignment and give them feedback immediately. We have quizzes to also test understanding. So these are for our students who are registered with us. They are the ones who can be able to access these features, but the other resources are all for free. We do not charge for any of this, okay? And if you need assistance, you can book our 30 minutes. Okay, I will send this in the chat. Okay, this is the link. You can just go and you can, okay, I didn't copy it yet. Yeah, so it's a calendar. You can just book your meeting at the time that is convenient for you, and I can arrange a 30 minutes free call with you. You don't charge for this. Also, we can discuss on what what is the best course of action for you and giving you maybe background and what have you. Okay. So let's check if this thing has finished working. Awesome. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So anyways, I think this is trying to uh, make issues. Okay, I have another one which I worked on. Maybe let me just show it to you and give you the same. Yeah. So this is what we have yesterday also. It's a simple pattern, a golfing pattern I called it. And yeah, this is also on Tesla. For the sake of time, I can show you. And this I also build it here. But the strategy I used yesterday is engulfing pattern strategy. Okay, just assume it's the strategy to detect the signal or the opportunity. And I just use English just like you saw. I also got two errors here. I gave it and we easily quickly resolve these errors, no issues. And we got our work here. So here it is working. I told it this is the strategy, the type of order, the risk management, and also the position sizing. And I got everything working. And this is the strategy it even told me about it. Give me the code. I just copied them. I run them and this is the code. I didn't do anything. I just run everything accordingly. Okay. So as you can see, I was testing it. It was able to make two purchases for me for Tesla. So there were many opportunities. When I printed the statistics, you can see there were a total of 1949, 1,949 opportunities or activities or monitoring sessions for the robot. And out of those 1,949, only two opportunities were spotted. And those two opportunities are for buying. So we bought this, we bought this. None of this is for selling. And the return I was able to make is 525, 5,250,500. That's a lot, right? Anyways, that's what it showed. So I went ahead, I run this one to Alpaca. So going back to the slide, sorry that this is taking longer and I decided to use what we did yesterday, but the concept remains the same. The framework remains the same. Okay. Uh, I hope it's clear. The framework remains the same. And we can see we tested the strategy and we saw that we have 1949 sessions where only two opportunities were spotted that were buying opportunities. Now we are happy. Our strategy is working. What do we do next? We connect to the market. Okay. This is the third step. We want to make sure that we can be able to do live trading. Okay. And to do that, we need Alpaca, which I told you earlier. And this is Alpaca. I installed it. It's asking me to restart. Oh my God. Yeah. So let's go to Alpaca. Okay. Also, Alpaca is easy. Just type alpaca.markets and you will be able to also register. It's also free. As I said, it's free. And I'm using paper trading. As you can see, I'm using paper trading. No real money is being used. And these are the orders I was able to place from my device. Okay. I placed these orders. Okay. They are still open. I placed them yesterday. So this is how it works. So let me show you. Let me run this so that at least it is going to run in the background while we are looking at Alpaca. Okay. So going back to Alpaca. So when you open Alpaca, you will see your home. This is what is going to be displayed for you, the dashboard. Okay. So once you have the dashboard, you will see your portfolio size. You have $100,000. This is what they give as your paper trading money for you to start with. Okay. And they even tell you you have some buying power, which is to say, they give you a leverage of two times what you have. Okay, so two times the leverage. Here is the important part. This is the API I was telling you about. So in your case, if you click this API, okay, you will be able to see three values. The first is the endpoint, next is key, and then there is the secret key. Three of this. So if I regenerate, you will see them. I didn't want to do that. I already have them. So when you also get them, try to copy them in a notepad. Okay? Please do that. It's important. If you do not copy, you won't be able to get them. You will have to regenerate new ones. So this will allow you access directly to this market or this account. Without these keys, you cannot connect to your account. Okay? So I got this, and what did I do? I came here. I tell him, okay, I want to use Alpaca API to connect to the market, install the required dependencies, and these are my details. So I gave it that endpoint. I gave it the key and the secret. It's fine if you look at this. It's for paper money, so I do not mind anyways. So I did this, and it gave me this code. First of all, it told me to install Alpaca library. And that's what I just did here. I installed Alpaca library with this. Then it told me the next thing to do is import the library and connect. So I copied this, I imported the library and I connect. Okay, connected. Awesome. Next is we want to place order immediately. We do not want to use any strategy to tell us if there is an opportunity or not. We just want to place the order to make sure the connection is established. And that's what we did here. You can see market order for 1 share of Tesla submitted. Let me go to Alpaca. Let me check my orders. What's the time now? 5:21 p.m. Exactly. You see it here. 5:21 p.m. This is the order I just did now directly from Discord directly to my brokerage account. Order executed. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Give me a thumbs up if you are following at least to this point. I know it could be a lot. So I was happy. Everything was working. So I was like, okay, let me terminate this order. Okay. So I asked it to give me the code to terminate the order, which it gave me the code to terminate this order. And yeah, it was trying to terminate. Then it came across an error. So it is waiting because now it is supposed to wait for 2 minutes because we are in the trade for 2 minutes, although I reduced it to 20 seconds to increase. So I got this error. As usual, copied this error. I gave it to Bad, told it I got this error. It gave me solution, which I followed, and it gave me the corrected code. So I copied this corrected code, copied it completely. I put it here, and I run this corrected code. Okay. So it was printing stuff for me. This was the information about the order that was sent, this order here. Okay. So we can see we also submitted another order now, just now by this code that I ran. Okay, it's submitted. Aha, I got another error. I was like, okay, why is this happening? I copied everything from here all the way down, came back to Bad. I told it I got this error. So it's look at it, analyze it, and it gave me this solution here. I copied this one. I came here, I pasted it, and I run this one. Awesome. You see now it worked. It said order submitted. Said order submitted. What's the order? This is the ID of the order. FF63 something something was submitted 524. Exactly. Look at it. Order submitted at 524. Okay. So it's open. This order is open at 524. Okay, order terminated. So it has cancelled this order. I went to Alpaca. I checked closed orders. You see, at 5:24, 25 seconds, an order was terminated. Awesome. I was happy that everything was working. Then I said, I move to the next step, which is this. So we have connected to the market. We are happy. We have built our strategy. We tested it. We made 5 million and something. We connected to the market. Okay, established connection. Now we want to now execute the trades. Now this is the final step. You get your trade, make it work automatically. Okay, let it work automatically without you having to be intercepting. You just allow the code to work and work and work for you while you are maybe busy trying to develop another strategy or looking for something. So I wrote it here. I said, thanks. Now with the Alpaca API communication established, next I want to install and use a scheduler to schedule my trades every 15 minutes. So Edward, you were asking about time frame, right? Now that it knows that I want 15 minutes. That is, my candlestick should be 15 minutes candlesticks. So I have said it here. So it will be using 15 minutes candlestick for me. I want to use the engulfing pattern strategy, which I described. And then I want to enter the trade immediately. I also want to maintain the risk management I defined above to exit the trade. So I told it, use that risk management to exit the trade, and it write me the code to run it in Alpaca. It wrote the code. As you can see, the code was written for me. I just copied everything. I installed the schedule because it told me here to install schedule. Always good to read this point. Key points, install schedule, which I did now. Now I've installed it. Then I copied the code and I pasted. With this, my robot was placing threads for me without me having to interfere. And this is the end of how you develop your code using this framework, 4-step framework. Okay, 4 prompts, 4 steps. Of course, if you have errors, copy everything, give it to the code, give it to Bard. She'll be able to resolve the error for you. Okay. Sorry, guys, it's a lot, right? But if you follow these steps, and I give you this prompt, I will send you the prompt now. You can try it to build your own bot. Okay, I will send this now. Try to use it. See if you can also build the bot. Follow these steps I give you. Okay, yeah, this one. This is it. So let me go to the chat. So guys, we've come to the end. Now the last part is for you to use this to also build your own bot. Use this framework. Okay, with this using this 4 steps and the 4 prompts. So if you have questions, think can ask. I've given you contacts, right? To my my WhatsApp, also the link. You can book for a meeting and you can talk to me on WhatsApp. I normally respond fast as soon as possible in like 30 seconds. Okay, Kata is here. Welcome, Kata. We missed you today. Okay. So yeah, today we did another strategy, the RSI. The recording is going to be uploaded to YouTube 1 week from today. And as I said, our application, you can download it, although it is currently under maintenance, but it will soon also be made available. I will send my number again for WhatsApp if you want to reach out to me on WhatsApp. I will can share everything with you, the code. Okay. Okay, the YouTube link. Okay. I will send the YouTube link now. Okay. So in the chat, this is the YouTube link. Okay, we will start uploading all the videos for this a week after each workshop. But as I said, tomorrow we're going to have another workshop. We're going to look at another strategy and how to also use this same approach. This is our 4-step framework to build that strategy. Okay, so I will share. If you just reach out to me on WhatsApp, I will send you the slides. I will also send you the prompt file so that you can follow the prompt. Okay. And finally, if you need anything, just let me know on WhatsApp. I will put my number once again. I know some of you came late. Okay. So just reach out to me on WhatsApp. I will send you all the files. And yeah, we can have a meeting one-on-one, 30 minutes. I can maybe give you advice on what to do if you want to also pursue this as a way forward. You like algorithmic trading as a solution to trading, and yeah, anything AI, machine learning, you can talk to me. That's my thing. Okay. All right, guys. I think it is time. If you have questions, you can ask, please. If there is no question, you can call it a day. No question. I hope I was clear enough. I hope I was not fast. All right, guys, take care. Bye.